I think just like doing the same thing over and over every day. Like by that I mean like just studying your matchups and kind of just like there's just always something you can learn about the game when you're playing solo queue, when you're playing a scrim game, whatever it is. So just like the process of like just league in general, when you get into a league match, I enjoy a lot.
Sniper, a man living and dedicated to the grind. And he and Tomo were instrumental in making that comeback a reality for 100 Thieves for those who may just be tuning in. And now, Immortals had a commanding position twice in Game 1, Kobe, and 100 Thieves buckled down, endured the onslaught, and they came back and now are 1 game away from eliminating Immortals from playoffs.
Let them cook. All right. They got to cook up something now because, like you said, they got to win this game or else they are eliminated from playoffs. So let's see it. Immortals, if ever there is a time to win, the time is right now. Draft, of course, was not the issue in game number 1 at all for them. It was actually quite good. So let's see what they change. Aurora will be permabanned because we are on live patch, but slightly behind because we are not on the Aurora hotfixes. So
yeah,
it is the Omega OP Aurora, and we will have the Renekton takeaway here for Sniper instead. And the immediate answer here from Castle, his confidence on the Rumble, I definitely have liked. So let's see if this changed from Immortals with them taking the Rumble and Lucian power solo laners immediately. If Immortals are going to be able to take over any sort of early game towards the top side of the map.
100 Thieves still have a couple of options left in terms of jungle pool if they want something for River to facilitate the rest of the map. Last game he did play the Zyra, but now when you've got a Renekton on your team, you definitely feel confident about locking in a Nidalee. Always playing off the power and the priority that you get with the Renekton.
Hey.
Hang on.
Shout out to Tyler. Hi, Tyler. Renekton and Nidalee locked in, though. We were talking about early game. Woo. That is a very strong early game. Everybody has heard the tale of the Renekton stun into the Nidalee spear. So let's see if that one is repeated. And then they just go with the Zeri because guess what? Zeri late game looks pretty good always. And Tomo with the game-saving play of the previous game.
Yep.
We say, you know what? You can have whatever pick you want. We will slam the Zeri in the first round of picks regardless.
And Immortals running back with the Lillia for Armao. Like you said, Kobe, I don't think for Immortals the draft necessarily was a problem. It just came down to late game execution, but still some changes were made as they want to empower Armao by having really strong lanes, at least the Lucian in the mid lane and the Rumble trying to answer on Renekton. He's got to be careful about anytime Nidalee is on the top side because while Rumble is durable, he's not impervious to a giant spear and a takedown from Nidalee.
Dang, they haven't worked out how to become impervious to spears yet. But once they do, Nidalee stocks will drop even further than they already are. I, for one, though, I'm excited to see River on Nidalee and see Nidalee in a composition that does have point-and-click stuns, at least one of them. As we see, though, supports taking the majority of the bans, as they largely do in the second half, taking down on all of these frontliner setups. It has been, you know, we still see an enchanter every now and then, but certainly not frequently. It is the meta right now is just so well set up for full engaged supports because every other role doesn't want to have to take that role. You know,
Someone's got to take up
top
the
laners and
mantle.
junglers are like, I'm out. I'm on power clear right now, man. That's all you. Top laners are like, I don't want to play a tank either. You know how many counter picks there are for top lane with bruisers and rumble and everything floating around. So
you know what?
That's all support duty.
Yeah, we're both junglers, Kobe, and just a PSA to all the fans at home. If you're playing solo queue and your jungler willingly locks in Sejuani or Maokai, please thank them. Please please show them extra love, because in this landscape, you get so outpaced by almost everything else that is strong in the meta.
Yeah, I mean, those two though that you mentioned, those are the exceptions. Like, those are so strong that those get permabanned. Sejuani and Vi have been permabanned this series. You mentioned the Maokai. That one, it hasn't been permabanned, but I do think is like in the sea of AP junglers, the Sejuani, Maokai, and Vi are the very good engage options. And Sejuani, I would say, even better than a lot of the AP ones, because there are so many melees that you can play, like Yone here that's been locked in for Mr. Quid. Quid, I would say, is honestly, I'd say even with JoJo, I'd say Quid. Well, maybe top two. I'll go top two. I was gonna say best, melee mid player, but JoJo extremely good on the melee mids as well. Regardless, Quid very comfortable on it, so I like to see the Yone locked in here. And this is live patch. Yone did get a buff, remember.
Yep.
I would say it's buff category, even though it was in adjustments, because they also reduced a little bit of the cooldown of the ultimate, increased a little bit of the cooldown of the ultimate later in the game to try and tap down his late ability. But I think that Yone will happily take the Q buff in trade for the late game R cooldown nerf there. So see it in the hands of Quid this time around. But bottom lane lock-in of the Kalista Nautilus, to me, is going to be the big story here. Immortals have said, we are going big early game. We are going big pressure. We've got Lucian mid. We've got Kalista Nautilus to look for kills on bottom side. We've got Castle on his favored Rumble top side, although his top side is Rumble plus Lillia, which is the double AP, a little bit easy for Mr. Renekton to rush some null magic mantles and some magic defense up there to try and stay safe.
Immortals, can they rally and stall this series out to 3 games? Everything rides for them. This is playoffs on the line. 100 Thieves, 1 game win away from closing this series out completely. And I had to ask my friend Liam, or Leo Stats Guy on Twitter, if you want to give him a look and a shout out. He confirmed for me that in week 6 of spring earlier this year, 100 Thieves also played against Immortals. They had a massive comeback win. It was the Quid Ahri flashing the Talia seismic shove play. And 100 Thieves won, and they eliminated Immortals also from playoffs that spring. Fast forward to today, 100 Thieves, off of a massive comeback win, are now 1 game away from eliminating Immortals from summer playoffs here in week 6.
All right, 100 Thieves looking to eliminate Immortals from playoffs yet again this year. Let's see if they can do it. Immortals, heartbreaking loss in game number 1 if you're just joining us. If you're an Immortals fan, don't go back and watch, because it's going to give you a bunch of hope and then take it away from you. But in this game, you got to start fresh. Let's see if they can leverage anything from the bottom side of the map. Tactical on his Kalista, Olleh on the Nautilus. This laning phase of this duo has been complemented so much by a lot of other players in the league. And we'll see as the first silent hook does land. We're enjoying pure gameplay here.
I was about to say, Kobe,
we don't want noises to distract us.
We're watching the natural habitat of 2 bot laners going at it and fighting for control.
You know, there are so many sound cues that you actually rely on. Hey. So many sound cues that you actually rely on when playing League that you don't really think about until they're gone. Never miss them until they're gone, Raafaa.
Immortals just trying to fight for push here in the bottom side. You already highlighted that Kalista and Nautilus is going to be the focus for this team. Armao is pathing towards the top side again.
I saw another hook. Let me see that. There, okay. Nice little chunk. We take away the camera as soon as Olleh goes in. But yeah, here's our bottom side prio that we're looking at here for Immortals. Meanwhile, as you were about to mention, both junglers are pathing towards that top side yet again, towards the sniper push in on Castle. And we will see if there's any sort of action Should just be full clears for both junglers, of course, though, because neither of them want to get behind on their small camp respawns. That's why oftentimes you'll always see, especially Lillia players, but a lot of these AP speed clearers go up there, clear the Krugs first before returning to the red. There we go!
We are back, baby. I was about to say, Kobe, at what point do we just lean into an ASMR cast of the stream?
I thought the crowd was cheering and the sound had come back earlier, but they were cheering the camera change, I think. I was like, oh, cool, we're back. Wait, we're not back. Okay, now we're actually back. Nice.
And now we're back.
Okay.
Raise the volume.
In time for the Scuttle Crab fight, the most epic of jungle confrontations.
I mean, with the sounds back on, this is the most exciting thing I've seen in the past 2 minutes.
Yeah. Is going to result in Armao just walking to the bottom side to pick that one up, although it will be at the cost of a slight delay later recall for him.
Dredge line connects onto Eyla, but it's just trades, making sure that Immortals can maintain control of this bot wave. Quid, an aggressive trade on the Mask, and the Soul Unbound. Nice chip damage into the mid lane.
Yeah, Quid, it's because, you know, coming back on using your teleport, you want to take advantage of your extra items going for the trade on Mask, but Mask, as long as Mask is able to push the wave and get his reset off, he'll have his teleport as well. We've got a lane gank here.
Really,
nice.
Yeah, really good ward from Olleh. Is going to sniff out and make sure that River doesn't get there. Mask in trouble, but keeps his cool, doesn't pop the flash, and he can just teleport back.
Yeah, Quid will be able to push the wave though. So nice stuff here for the Yone. Always like keeping track of that one. Definitely an exciting pick in the mid lane. In the world of AD carries, in the sea of AD carries all over the solo lanes, especially mid lane. Nice to see some melees every once in a while. Chovy definitely, of course, was one of the earliest of the Yones that started this whole wave. But then, you know, Chovy nowadays playing Draven mid, playing Zeri mid,
yep.
all the AD carries
playing
as well,
all the marksmen. He's just leaning into what's strong at the moment. And I know that the buffs on Yone and another pick that I'm hoping we get to see in LCS this weekend, Yasuo. Oh, really good spear. Oh, but Castle flashes it in time. But he's still in trouble because he doesn't have a flash. And this spear will connect without a stun setup. First blood for Sniper.
Nice. Sniper's actually able to get the last hit on it, too. I think that will end up being big. Flashes traded for both those top laners, so can punish it the other way, too. But so nice for Sniper to get some early bonus money there. A lot of times the Nidalees are like really want to also get it because Nidalee loves accelerating into your very quick Sorcerer's Shoes, which has been made less quick on this patch. So might not even be rushing those as they are far less efficient. But
yeah,
as you mentioned, flash for flash on the initial trade and then just hits the spear in the alcove because so much less room to dodge in the alcove. So by going in there, River is able to nail him, throw the spear right down the middle, and now taking a peek at the Void Grub answer. Top lane will push and then come over, but it's level 6 for both.
Smite from Armao secures the last grub for them. They got all 3. River gets aggressive, decent damage, but Armao is able to walk away thanks to the passive movement speed. And Immortals are here to escort their jungler out.
Yeah, and namely, the most important Immortal there that made the extra room was Olleh. Olleh got there first on the support recall because of bottom lane advantage. Those are those skirmishes where people... Whoever mind, face check.
Sniper wants to get aggressive. He's got River there as well, and Castle throws down the equalizer. He's going to try to trade one back. It's going to be close. Ah, no
Good.
dice. River survives with 31 HP.
Castle is calling jungle diff in the comms right now, but that's what you get when you pick Renekton Nidalee. Nobody's surprised that the Nidalee ganking for the Renekton early on, especially looking at all the other lanes. Like, that Nidalee is going to be camping you up there. And River making the most of his Nidalee pick, which is often criticized, at least especially in our region, and definitely showing up here. Plus, all of the kills that they've gotten for those visits up topside have actually gone into the pockets of Sniper. Now, the price you pay will be the dragon. But again, because Immortals have the Kalista Nautilus with the constant pushing on bottom side, that was probably out of reach anyway. So 100 Thieves are playing to their game plan. And Immortals will take what is actually given this time.
There you go. The Ultra Shock Laser from Tomo just takes a quick poke over the wall to see if they maybe could catch Armao, miss-smiting the dragon, but it is secured. And so for Immortals, a clean objective game. First rotation to Grubs, first Dragon, taken off the map. As you've already mentioned, River, a lot of his focus has been just trying to snowball and accelerate Sniper in this matchup. It is favored for Rumble, but if Renekton ever gets that first item breakpoint lead, then, oh man, Rumble is in a world of trouble.
And I don't even know after the Rumble nerfs, too. Definitely even a more difficult situation for him. Plus, as we mentioned in Champ Select, double AP facing a Rumble plus a Lillia. So Sniper just gets to rush into Merc Treads, even though there were heavy nerfs to all boots and Merc Treads receiving some of the most heavy nerfs. It is still, I think, a good idea to rush those Merc Treads into that duo for top side and really make the most of that magic resistance for this Renekton. See a nice CS lead for himself after the extra kills and dive too, so really trying to make the most of it. Meanwhile, as you stated though, Immortals, even just like an early dragon being Mountain Dragon, extra little bit of resistances there for them too. Feels a little bit nice. Here goes River though. Again, top side. Nidalee's going to be top side a lot.
Gonna get the nice River comboing the Hunt and Mark into the empowered Q. Gets that execute damage with the smite, stealing it away from Armao.
Yep, Nidalee gets those every day of the week, every time. Nice combo. Turret plate money here for Sniper. Lillia's in the wings, but they just popped the Scryers there for Nidalee, so you know Nidalee is around as well. Nothing that Armao can do about it, so just go to reset, try and get off to the other side. And honestly, revisiting here for Quid too. Mid lane prowl, like, everything going quite nicely for them, except for the bottom lane prowl into Dragon.
Yeah. And just to remind everyone at home, next weekend we're going to have our LCS Summer Bash starting at 11 a.m. It's going to be a tailgate, so make sure you get here at 11. We'll be having a lot of the teams with booths open, a lot of fun stuff.
We had a dunk tank last time.
True.
I got dunked.
Oh,
dunk tank. We also had everybody getting beach volleyballs in the crowd. I hope they do that again. That was pretty fun, trying to fight all the volleyballs off.
That was a fun time. All right, second rotation of Grubs have spawned. 100 Thieves are the first ones on it, but Olleh is here to join the fray. Tomo has also been pulled over to the top side of the map. Everyone, good steal from Armao. That secures 4 Grubs for them. Equalizer onto the back. Eyla trying to buy some time with the quickness. River falls as Quid is able to pick one up against Armao. Tomo now popping the lightning crash, and Quid is leading the charge. A dredge line from Olleh, but he finds that it was ill-advised. He tries to flash away. Tomo's on the chase, and he bursts him down. Immortals get a majority of the Grubs, but at a huge cost.
Yeah, Tomo getting a kill here and going to get 2 Grubs for the side of 100 Thieves. Immortals, at least they did get their 1 to get to 4 to get their Void Might spawn, but I think they will be very, very worried about the cost that they just paid for that. This might give them flashbacks to last time, and you know Quid, when Quid won MVP, he was playing all these different mid laners, and he was having really big success on especially the melee ones, so him getting fed on Yone is very scary. So Immortals, they got that pick on the River and the immediate deletion, and then a little bit of peel there for Tactical, but he jumped a little bit towards the left there, and Quid able to find him. Then that hook actually going past Quid onto Sniper, ideal for Tomo and 400 Thieves. And so, really, the repercussions of that fight.
Uh-oh, and Tactical with no flash means that 100 Thieves can easily punish him on the top side. Olleh could have done nothing to save him.
Yeah, really, really big stuff for 100 Thieves. I mean, this is what you get when you're playing to your strengths. You overload the top side from the very beginning of the game. Nidalee always playing to the Renekton, and then in these skirmishes, their solo laners doing a lot of work. Tomo collecting some money in this stage ensures that your Zeri is going to scale really well for later on. And you're going to have the early power of the Yone with Quid collecting some too. It's just, it's all really working out quite nicely for them. Here's another look though at the roam. Beautiful stuff from Mr. Eyla there as the Rakan was able to get to the other side of Tactical, and Tactical having no further escapes.
And I know that it's been a pain point for, 100 Thieves criticism from social media in the past few weeks around their bot side of the map, but Eyla, between the Alistar game and game 1, had found a lot of crucial picks that netted a lot of those advantages early on, and even the late game fights, setting up Tomo, whether getting those picks in the first place so that he could knock him down, or even stalling the fights of the damage dealers of Immortals. I think Eyla has been playing some of his best League of Legends this Summer Split in today's series.
A lot of things bode well for 100 Thieves in this game, namely the big gold lead, but topside's getting pressured at the moment since they know Dragon's being taken. Let's see what Immortals can do with it. 4 people have been brought to the party.
Sniper pops the Dominus, tries to kill the wave as fast as possible, but it's against 4 Immortals members. Hang on, Eyla with the quickness will try to stall some time. Sniper, another Battle Dance shield, it's not enough. Mask finishes him off, and the rest of Immortals back off from the tower aggro.
Yep, Kalista ult invested. That's kill number 1. Here comes number 2.
He gets slept. Eyla with the grand entrance under the tower, but it's not enough. Tactical gets another kill for himself.
Do River and Quid collect here? That's 4v2. River and Quid are here, but honestly, I think it's already done. Unless Immortals make a mistake. Yeah. All right, nicely done there from Immortals. They get their couple kills. They get a little bit back into this game, chopping down on that gold lead. Very, very necessary for them. And necessary that they didn't give any exit kills to 100 Thieves. If you give any more money over to Quid at this stage, you are in for a rude awakening. That Blade of the Rune King Yone can get very, very scary very, very quickly here. And Quid known to win quite a few games with the pick. Meanwhile, bottom side Tomo hiding out castle pretty easily.
It is definitely fine. River and Quid in our pip-up camera, taking up the Rift Herald. Gonna give themselves another tool to take out these towers on the outer ring. Immortals just waiting for the next dragon, which is not going to be for another 3.5 minutes.
Now, a problem I see emerging for Immortals later on is going to be how do we deal with the side lane pressure? 100 Thieves are really set up well to split push, with Sniper, of course, getting so many visits from River early on to get his 1,000 gold lead on the Renekton. He's going to be a menace split pushing, and then Quid, even though Quid is individually down to Mask, getting the kills here has allowed him to get to his power breakpoints, and so you're going to be dealing with 2 pretty strong split pushers, and Immortals, I foresee a scenario where they're just going to have to force team fights and make use of their Nautilus, make use of some like Flash Lillia plays to try and punish the rest of 100 Thieves. Unless, if they don't do that, like the map is going to continue like bleed gold. This is a little bit further when the outer towers do go down, but one of those outer towers is under fire at the moment, and Immortals trying to defend. They do call Armao over as well to clean that up, so only a little bit of chip damage done, but of course you always also see all the extra vision that is laid in your jungle after you lost pressure, so
it's definitely a big relief that Immortals secured a majority of the grubs this game, because the way that 100 Thieves are playing the map, trying to pressure those turrets, had they gotten the majority of the grubs, I imagine that a lot of these outer turrets would have already been taken out thanks to that power. So Immortals still doing a decent job of controlling their macro play and keeping the game even. And it's very similar to the first game, where both of these teams make small moves, explosive action happens, but no sizable advantages are actually realized. And it's going to come down to later stages in the game where these big engages from both teams are going to matter so much if they connect onto the back.
So you don't think 100 Thieves have a pretty sizable advantage right now? Because I think it's pretty sizable with, like, because the map is just going to be really hard for Immortals to retake control of. Like, this tower is dead. Topside is fully warded up if we look at, Immortals jungle. So the difference in this game to me is a lot to comp too, because Immortals drafted really heavily for a lot of their lanes, and they're down so early because of all the Nidalee ganks on topside. So to me, maybe it just seems way more difficult for Immortals to be able to pull that off than last time around. But maybe they've got some magic in their pockets here.
Yeah, maybe I'm hopeful on Tactical and Mass to be able to dodge a lot of the engage tools, because none of it other than Renekton is point and click. Eyla does have to go pretty far to charm them with quickness, right? So in my head, if Immortals are playing the execution of these fights well and setting up that fortress, it should be pretty difficult to lock down Mask and Tactical.
All right, let's see if they can pull it off. Dragon is coming up very shortly, so let's see what the call is. Do they want to hard force? This jungle is already getting a flash. That's a good sign.
That's good.
For Immortals at the very least. You mentioned Eyla, though. Once that quickness does come off of cooldown, the return possibility of 100 Thieves really does get there.
Quid is just going to eat some damage there from Olleh and Mask, but he's always safe thanks to the Soul Unbound. Now the rest of 100 Thieves, they know that the third dragon of the game has just spawned, but they've taken a majority of their vision control fighting for Baron. So now it's on them to see if they want to lean it over towards the bottom side. The Rift Herald just spawned. They're going to be trying to knock out this tier 1, and that will open up the map further for 100 Thieves, and it will make it harder for Immortals to fight for control again.
We almost had like a double Rift Herald here with Sniper using the super blast cone. He wanted to have some fun too.
He just wanted to charge in there as well. Immortals almost getting that pick off, but 100 Thieves, first one onto the dragon.
Yeah, again, I just think the map control here is going to be really nice for 100 Thieves. So they get a mid tower and a dragon and trade for their top tower. Mask, you know, to Immortals' side is at least pressuring Quid off of these waves. And he has the extra luxury of being able to call the whole rest of his team, since 100 Thieves and Quid know that they don't have any backup for him split pushing, and they have to respect when Mask moves in. So Mask is at the very least able to get the consolation prize and trade back one outer tower taken here for Immortals, and he uses that money on the solo gold from that outer tower to pick up an Essence Reaver on this Lucian. Meanwhile, love this from Quid. He's got an Iceborne Gauntlet. This is actually one of my favorite split pushing Yone builds, where you go Bork early, because that item is just insane for Yone, into double AD carries. So you go into your Iceborne Gauntlet, even though there is a Lillia and a Rumble on the opposing team. When you have Iceborne, these AD carries just have such a difficult time of dealing with you at all. It is so difficult. So we'll see Quid really be able to harass, especially Kalista and Lucian here, chopping down on their mobility and making it very difficult for them. As we see 4 people on top side, though, Immortals are trying to defend with 3, but 100 Thieves are bringing the extra numbers.
Dredge line onto Eyla. Tomo's here for the chase. Quickness flash right on top of Tactical. Pops the barrier. Still trying to survive, but Quid gets in, and River gets the last blow. Here comes Sniper. He teleported into the fight as well. The equalizer does not deter the 100 Thieves from succeeding with the dive. Now Armao joins the fight. Finds a 2-man sleep. Can they follow up? Mask is way too low to dash in aggressively. Tomo and Sniper eating a lot of chip damage as Armao has an angle to get in there. Olleh trying to keep him under the tower. Eyla grand entrance, Sniper with the flash, and they still outplay it. Mask will fall, and Armao full HP. Can he salvage this play? Can he find at least one trade? The Q flash, but Tomo, I think, flashed the bluing blows. He's not affected. They're kiting out Armao. River finished off Olleh, and now Armao is completely isolated. Gets in range for 1 Q, but it doesn't matter. 100 Thieves are rolling this game over.
That Lillia was giga useless. Oh man, that was really rough for Immortals.
Kobe.
And 100 Thieves.
Kobe, you know what I said about not having a sizable advantage? I'm so sorry. I take that all back. 100 Thieves have more than a sizable advantage now, and Immortals are in dire straits.
Oh man, I love that Tomo had the confidence to call his saving of 100 Thieves before the game too. You know, like I said, I ran into him ahead of even the first game as they were arriving to the studio here, and he was super confident. He was all smiles, really happy to be back on the LCS stage. So, you know, I'm just, as an individual, you know, happy for him to see him find the success, because it can definitely be such a trial to bounce in between NACL and LCS, and you know, him tweeting out that he was going to save him and having that really big play in game number 1, having some confident Zeri here for 100 Thieves, and it really looking like 100 Thieves are going to be able to 2-0 Immortals here and kick them out once again from playoffs. Is really massive stuff for this 100 Thieves roster moving forward, because if you add a new player right before playoffs, sometimes, like, I mean, that is a new random variable, right? If you're bringing him in, and you know, they seem to be very complimentary of him, talking about his comms as well as his play. So
look at Team Liquid from summer last year. Harry was benched and APA stepped in, And the synergy at the time between him and Pioshik just worked. You know, they couldn't necessarily always be speaking the same language, which, by the way, Team Liquid C9, tomorrow, guys, that is our match of the week, potentially match of the summer regular season.
Match of the century!
Kobe doing a better job of selling it than I am. My bad. Next time I see that graphic pop up, I'm going to full send it. 100 Thieves, back to this series. 5,000 gold. Okay, Team Liquid and Cloud9 tomorrow! Match of the century, match of the millennium, match of the ages! Rate it out of 10.
Love it. You're 10 out of 10.
Okay, okay.
There you go.
Boom. Twitch chat.
I am
rate it.
I am by far the easiest of the Olympic judges, though. So
the easiest to impress.
I give 10s the most.
Well, we'll go back to the lounge to see what they rated. Anyway, 100 Thieves, Quid, getting a decent poke onto Armao. He's totally fine with the Iceborne Gauntlet build. Very tanky. Fate's Call, forced to use by Tactical. Sniper on the right side flank. A teleport is coming in. Mask joins the fray. Sniper is popped, but they lose two immediately back. River completely undeterred by Armao in the backline as Quid just picks up a triple with ease. 100 Thieves, 14-5, are now starting up the Baron.
They're starting it up, and I would be willing to bet that they finish it as well. Armao, maybe you go run for the dragon and try and get an objective bounty at least, but this Baron, I will say will get at least 3 towers with this Baron power play.
3 towers.
3 towers. Although Immortals are going to get an objective bounty shutdown, take a look at how little this does to the gold lead. Chop it down to a measly 7K.
All right, Twitch chat, over or under 3 towers with this Baron buff. Let's go. I want to see it. I want to see if we're going to go over 3 towers. You know what? I'm just going to put my name in the hat. I think they can just take the game off of this one Baron push, Kobe.
Okay, so you want Nexus Explosion while they're still wearing purple.
Correct.
Okay.
I think
All
it
right,
should happen.
I like it. One-upping again. Mid lane getting pushed, though. Looks like Sniper down bottom side. Going to have a little bit longer to wait. Meanwhile, I guess they're not going to be able to sync up. Pretty easy, though, to just rotate on over. So continue pushing mid lane plus bottom lane. And then, honestly, just see if Immortals make a mistake on these secondary towers. If I was Immortals, I would not fully commit to a fight on the secondary towers. Wait to inhibitor towers. It's a lot easier to get miracle, game-winning comeback plays on those.
Flash from Eyla locks up Mask. Tomo tries to follow up, but Mask flashes away from danger. The teleport is canceled due to the turret destruction. Immortals are now going to have to wait on Castle to complete the recall so he can join for the defense of the base.
Okay, no QSS or flash for Mask now.
2 towers.
That Lucian is very, very worried at the moment.
Quid.
So is Armao.
Wait, Quid just solo kills Armao in the face of Tactical. He can't do anything to save his jungler. Teleport is now coming in from Sniper as he will rejoin the battle to end this game, to end this series. 100 Thieves on the doorsteps of Immortals Nexus as Quid will rejoin the fight on the bottom side of the map. Tactical flashing forward, a last-ditch Hail Mary. Sniper dashes right on top of him. The Crocodile will slice Tactical where he stands, and he's working on Mask Nest. The empowered, ruthless Predator finishes off the second marksman from Immortals, and that's it, folks. Immortals' dreams are crushed. They are eliminated from playoffs once again by 100 Thieves in the same story. Week 6 brings horrors back to this organization as 100 Thieves will take this series 2-0.
Oh, Armao is going to be the last one to watch as the Nexus explodes and 100 Thieves once again eliminates Immortals from playoffs contention. Tomo is here. He said he's going to save 100 Thieves. And they get a 2-0. Nice Zeri, Mr. Tomo. No deaths in the second game. 100 Thieves in the second game was just, man, they steamrolled them. River on the Nidalee, up top side, playing towards Sniper, towards his Renekton. Quid getting some of those early kills in the Rift Herald fight and becoming an absolute menace. Nice stuff here as 100 Thieves wrap up game number 2.
And I know that Sniper mentioned going into this week on socials that You know, this split has been super stressful for him. The mental strain has been wearing on a majority of the members, but he had full faith in his team to still be scaling on up, that they had more to show. I know that in spring, a lot of criticisms were thrown their way about how the best of ones favored them more once they got into playoffs and how maybe that magic was a facade. But 100 Thieves are still holding strong. They're still showing more growth as the year plays out. We have to remind ourselves, this is one of the youngest rosters in the entire league. And for 100 Thieves to pull up not just clutch, but in a dominating fashion in Game 2, goes to show that 100 Thieves still have stuff to show for playoffs.
Getting very exciting, and I'm even more excited for tomorrow. You talked about it, but Cloud9 versus Team Liquid. I am so hyped for this game. Still undefeated, our two #1 teams battling it out. Having some trash talk beforehand. Jat did a really nice interview with APA and JoJo, the two mid laners there, talking about the matchup as well. Everything really building up for that clash at the top of the LCS tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Match of the ages, as Kobe called it. So you make sure that you get your butts back in either these seats or at home watching tomorrow between Team Liquid and Cloud9. But with that, y'all, we're going to be tossing it over to the stage. We'll be joining Basil, Sniper, and Tomo for the interview.
Hello, guys. We're joined by
Sniper
and
Tomo.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
So with your victory, you've knocked out Immortals. Tomo, how does it feel to be back? You've been gone for a hot second now, right?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good to be back, and it feels even better that it's Immortals because it's like a pretty easy game. So.
Oh my god!
Oh, already?
I didn't even need to start the trash talk. You already got it. I saw your tweet saying, you know, you're going to bring 100 Thieves back. Do you feel like you brought them back today?
I mean, I'm definitely here to help. I think we had a pretty good weekend or a week of scrims, and I think the team's really accommodating for me. So I've been a pretty good fit, I feel like.
And Sniper, I would say your performance, you know, throughout the split has been very consistent, very good. How do you feel having your new ADC Tomo?
I mean, it feels amazing, to be honest. He's just been an amazing teammate, good player, and it showed today, you know, like, you popped off, bro. So let's just keep it up, and yeah, we'll do good things.
Well, that's great. You guys have one more match until playoffs. So with that being said, is there a champion that you feel like you really want to lock in that you haven't gotten a chance to play yet?
You want to go first?
You go first.
I mean, I don't want to say anything about that yet, but...
I mean, no leaks,
No
but,
leak?
you know, it could be anything.
Okay, it would obviously be Riven, because I only played like one game of Riven so far this split, so... Or last split, sorry, so definitely Riven, if I get the chance to.
And Tomo?
Maybe Smolder.
Smolder?
I am the world's first, so...
Well, that's great, because I actually want you guys to draw the champions that you want to play.
Oh, that was a bait.
Oh my
Yeah, it was a bait. It was a bait. Sorry, I had to set you guys up. So who wants to go first?
You got it, bro.
I'll go first. Why not?
So I, you know, gave your guys a little nice area to draw on.
Nice.
Feel free to take your time, but don't take too much time. I don't know if you guys watched Jensen. He took about a minute to realize he had to draw a cat. So take your time.
Okay, wait, sorry, should I put this on?
I can hold it for you.
You got it? Thank you. Okay, where do I even start? Like, I think she has like one verse.
Do you know what weapon she has?
She has a sword.
Okay, good. Because for Jax, you thought he also had a sword, right?
We don't talk about it, you know, like, that was like 2 months ago, so.
Okay.
But, okay, I'm reformed now. But I'm gonna draw like can I draw skins of like Riven?
I guess so.
Okay, so bunny ears, I think these are how bunny ears look like. Even though they look like Batman, but, we draw a cat? Wait, so like, wait, how do I draw the face?
You know, take your time, bro. I seriously, I don't even.
Oh, frick.
What is
that? Yo, I just messed up the face. Is there like an eraser?
Oh.
Yo, I'm like so nervous, by the way.
No, you're fine.
What did I just do here?
Tomo, can you provide some encouraging words for your teammate? Maybe he can perform a little better.
Bro, you're a zoomer. You can draw.
Oh, yeah, thank you, bro.
Oh, wow.
Some kindergarten drawing.
Kindergarten, okay. I'm gonna draw. Okay, I'm gonna draw the
Wow,
Riven
this
legs
is
now.
amazing.
Wow. This is still Riven, right?
Yeah, it's still Riven.
Okay.
And then like, she's happy. Draw the eyes there as well.
Oh my god.
Then, okay, this is like the hard part. I have no idea how to draw a sword, so like.
That's the hard part, not this.
Yeah, not this is.
Okay,
Look,
okay.
It looks like Riven. Does it not? You know?
Uh
For sure it looks
huh.
like her. But
So we're still in the ribbon drawing. I'm excited to see what your smolder drawing is
Oh,
gonna
I'm
look like.
even worse at drawing maybe
Wait.
than this.
how do you draw a sword? Again? Oh, yo, I just got called a dumb. Oh, God.
Don't listen to them, bro. You're doing great.
I'm doing good. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, I think this is like kind of.
That's amazing.
All right. Wow.
It looks okay, you know. Like,
Would you like to sign your beautiful piece of art?
sorry?
Would you like to sign it? Give it a little signature?
Sure, yeah. I can do my infamous signature.
This is going as fast as the drawing as well.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
No, we don't talk about that. See, like the scope there? Mm-hmm.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And would you like to
My
draw
turn.
your smolder? So your teammate was very encouraging, to you in your drawing. Would you like to encourage your teammate in his drawing skills?
I mean, you got this, bro. Like, I don't know if I have much hope in you, to be honest, because
Whoa, don't say that, don't say that.
No, but just do whatever feels natural, Like, yeah.
I'll do my best.
Try your best.
I played some Scribbly with my friends, so maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's more experience than I think
Yeah,
you have,
me, obviously. Yeah.
Have you ever drawn a dragon before? Oh, that's so cute.
Definitely not. And there's like fire coming out. Like,
Wait, does Smolder have like a stash, like a mustache, or is that?
oh, he's terrible.
No, hey, no, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
And then,
Wow.
Are you doing good?
You're doing great. No, like, you're
Yeah, I'm
doing
sorry, I'm sorry.
great. You're
Yeah,
doing
no,
great.
Just keep it up. Oh, it is another
How do I
cat.
draw the body? Okay.
That's for you to draw and for me to judge after, I guess.
All right, he's gonna be standing.
Okay.
He's standing.
Um.
God.
Oh, it's not a flying dragon.
So,
Just do like what I do.
are those
Like
his?
the easiest thing.
Okay, wings.
Oh.
Those are not wings, but
Sorry. Sorry. I assumed they were
I do
wings.
need to draw wings.
You're welcome. I actually helped you. It kind of looks like a seal. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Seal. Oh my god. No, it doesn't look like a seal. Oh, that's actually good, bro. That's actually good. Yeah.
Wow, you actually clutched it up.
Wings.
Let's go, Tomo.
Uh-huh.
And little stubs as legs.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good. Okay, no, just keep it up. Yeah.
And then wait, how does this? Oh yeah, the horns.
We're helping him way too much. He doesn't know this information. You want to play the champion? You don't even know he has horns? Wow. No, wait, why do they both kind of look the same, by the way?
Mine is way better. Mine is way better. I have so much detail.
True.
Yeah, I can see that, honestly. I did nothing with mine. It's like not creative.
All right, let's rate the drawings. Who do you think did better? Do you guys think Sniper did better? If you think so, cheer.
Let's go.
Ooh, boo.
Why are we booing our teammate?
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro.
And what do you guys think about Tomos? Let's get some cheers.
Oh my god.
Well, thank you guys for participating in this, and congratulations on the win. And yeah, I hope you guys had a fun time. Good luck on your next match as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. And if we could take it back to the lounge.
Bye-bye.
Boy.
Yeah, I'll see you.
We have
That's
some
crazy.
We have some artists.
Look, I drew
that
something
was
spectacular. coming into
Okay,
this.
no, that is
Yeah.
Basil's drawing.
That's me. So as you can see, I'm excellent at this.
You're calling yourself kind of bald?
Okay, that's not about me. That's about an
I'm
arrow,
kind
I
of sad
think.
I didn't get to draw
that's
today.
an arrow then. That's not you.
Exactly.
I'm kind of sad I didn't get to draw today. It would have been fun.
Yeah, you're too good. It would have been.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it would have just been like, oh yeah, let's watch two people really good at drawing. So
Yeah, we
anyway,
don't want that kind of content.
Yeah, we don't want that kind of
Not at
content. It's all
not
about
at
bad
not at all.
drawings today. Let's
Yeah.
check out the players of the series from the two games.
What the hell was that?
The drawings are hiding. We got some Zeri enjoyers.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Some Zeri performances.
Zeri meta!
She's back.
Dude, I missed it. I missed
Yeah.
it.
Did you?
The death of AD
Really?
carry solo lane
Yeah.
is greatly
Yeah, it was
Tomo was
greatly
an AD
exaggerated.
carry.
That's true.
Bot laner.
So Jensen walked into Zeri, made some mistakes, ended up being part of the game-winning team fight in
Yeah.
game one, and then his game two actually did look way more solid. And then
Yeah.
Tomo coming in for 100 Thieves is really interesting because the way that they played last split was so heavily focused on solo laners, and then Meech playing something, again, like Senna, Seraphine. Tomo looked way better on the Zeri, and they didn't even do the Dignitas special where they're like, they had XU wrap around to like
Yeah.
gank, get him ahead. Him and Isles were always ahead back when he was on the LCS previously. So nice showing for him with 100 Thieves to get the 2-0.
And it has to be a really tough week for the 100 Thieves squad because, I mean, going through a lot, For the people out there in the chat, send a lot of love to Meech out there because it's not easy to make a decision like that. To recognize yourself, you know, the mental health is not strong, and so trying to be able to deal with that. So then, of course, the team making that swap for Tomo and then playing around that, rallying around that. And I think that, especially at this stage of the split, the most crucial point for them, it decides whether they make playoffs or not. Credit to the team able to kind of rallying around that. Yeah, Tomo had a great series. It was actually really good to see because usually as an AD carry, I don't know if it's the hardest or the easiest role to just slot in. I guess it's one of the easiest roles.
It's definitely the easiest.
Because you're just following the squad anyways.
Yeah.
But then it's just about what kind of information he's able to provide. And so even just hearing from Golden Glue saying that he is like really talkative and he's like still providing quite a bit, so it's a thumbs up to Tomo. Welcome back.
Let's check out the highlights from the first series as well as the series we just saw. First series. It's weird for me to say that we only had 4 games today and that these were both 2-0s because game 1
didn't feel like
both series was so incredibly close.
And like NRG is really gonna want this game 1 back in particular. I think the big thing coming out of this series though is that with Dig getting this 2-0, it opens up so much for every team that was 1-4 today in the standings because even if we don't have many series left to be played, there's still more games to be played because it's a best of 3. And also, it's so heavily dependent on your strength of schedule.
Yeah, and I mean, game 1, I really liked NRG's comp. I thought they were playing quite well up until the very tail end of it. Then Dignitas, I think, in game 2 had a really good composition. And they just said that they didn't expect the draft. I mean, a lot of teams don't expect to be handed an Ashe. So I would expect that that's going to be throwing a wrench in the works there. And then as we go into the second series of the day, this one was unexpected because Tactical had a great game.
He did. Game 1 looked completely in Immortals' control.
Yep.
As Tactical was getting super fed, can't believe that one hit.
Yeah.
Then apparently that's how it ended. We're gonna just avoid the throws completely and get into game 2 where it is actually game 2. After losing the way that they did in game 1, mentally it's very hard to bounce back in game 2. And then they fell behind with this Kalista Lucian Lillia comp that really needs to play from ahead. And it just, they got steamrolled in game 2 for sure.
Yeah, and it's just so tough. Obviously, IMT now out of playoff contention completely.
Yeah.
But 100 Thieves in control of their own destiny going forward, which is kind of cool, right? Because you do have to look at the strength of schedule and like who people still have to face, like NRG, for example, are now in a really tough spot because they face TL. But being in control of your own destiny and knowing that if you can win, you're in is just a very nice feeling.
Especially against the Shopify Rebellion that no one really has a pulse on. No one really knows where they're at. Are they technically the 4th best team? Like, even though they can't maybe make it to standings, like, sure, they can cover that distance, but right now, the performance that they had last week really puts in line, like, question of, like, how good are they really? So that's going to be a tough one for 100 Thieves to get past.
Well, let's pull up the standings because they are still very compressed, but we have 2 new teams at 2 wins. So Dig, 100 Thieves, Energy all moving up to 2. Only 6 playoff spots though, so Shopify's game against FlyQuest tomorrow going to be really important to make sure they are not outside of the playoffs. You can see Immortals are eliminated from playoffs. Even if they win that next game, their game record will not be good enough to force any tiebreakers. So let's look at what we have on store tomorrow. Cloud9 and Team Liquid, match of the millennia. 2 undefeated LCS teams meeting in week 6 for the first time in LCS history. Format helped with that, but still amazing, amazing game that is first up tomorrow. And then a lot of implications on FlyQuest versus Shopify because FlyQuest can actually still sneak in to top 2, which will be a playoff bye. Here's a reminder of the NACL summer schedule for the rest of the year. We are currently at August 3rd, so they're going to be playing today and tomorrow.
True.
So that's it for us for today.
Yeah, and thank you guys for watching. Thanks, Basil, for joining us. That was a lot of fun.
I love the drawing
I looked her at the beginning of the day.
Yep.
She managed to recover as she went on, of course. Look,
Raz is lying. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific.
We were not bringing it up. You're dunking on yourself.
C9 and TL are going to be playing tomorrow. Now we're going to be sending it over to LCS Challengers. Goodbye, good night, good afternoon. I'm not sure. It was a fast day, but we'll see you tomorrow.
Take it easy, guys.
Chilled in 7. Okay.
Ashe is only dead.
Yo, be careful. Ezreal's low. Ezreal's 1 HP. Ashe no flash. Ashe dead. Ashe dead. Fire now. Careful as rock. Careful as rock.
Nice. Cook him.
God, my team is so good, bro.
Like that? We're so low, no?
What about that? I should kill it. Never mind.
Whoa. Relax.
Looking.
Top in two.
Nice. Watch Zeri.
We start Nash with our ults, please.
Jensen finds yet another kill. A beautiful grab coming out from Licorice. FBI flashing away from the Strangle Thorns. Immediately has to cleanse it. The Enchanted Crystal Arrows looking to run him down. Palafox dies again. Dokla dies next to him. It's a bloodbath.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Nice.
DC can win.
Congratulations to Dignitas.
Armao's caught in this pit, but Sniper just needs to ward him in. Meanwhile, in the mid, River is actually taken out. Eyla's in, finds Armao. I don't think he still has flash from the fight before. Almost gets taken down by the calling. The ignite from Eyla will finally finish him off. Olleh gets stiffed by Eyla as he flashes in onto Math. The re-engage from Olleh is good. River tries to hold up as long as he can. Sniper trying to save this fight. Tomo skates on over to the left. Sniper now has to escort him from the rest of Immortals, but he's not going to be able to do it. Ruthless Predator finishes off the second marksman from Immortals. And that's it, folks. Immortals' dreams are crushed. They are eliminated from playoffs once again by 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves once again eliminates Immortals from playoffs contention.